Hello dear student, welcome to my C language practical lab. In this tutorial, I discuss switch statement in C language. Now I ready to go. Let's follow. I start Turbo C. Next, I create a new program, and in this program, I elaborate switch statement in C. As an example, I take digit recognition. That means we give input between 0 to 9 and the program will output the corresponding digit in word. That means if I put 1, computer give us output 1 one. If input 7, then the program will give us 7 SEVEN. That means integer to in words. Okay, so I title the program digit recognition. Digit recognition switch. Okay, now I write the basic block as include stdio.h has include conio.h void main clr get ch. Okay, basic block is over. Now I define switch case. Being we take integer as argument, so it needs to define a variable, say int a. Okay, now I receive value, so printf enter any digit, and I scanf this value, scanf %d ampersand a. Correct. Now I furnish the switch statement. Switch passing integer as an argument. Okay, I pass a case 0 printf being in it several times, so I copy it. Paste. Okay, Suppose case 0, 0, it print 0. If input 1, then it prints 1, like this. 2, EW2, 3, it is 3, 3, 4 is 4, 5, 5, 6, output will be 6, 7, put 7, 8, 8, yeah, 8, rest 9 will be 9, correct. Now I save the program. Okay, save the program. Now if I run, then what happened? We like to print, we like to decipher character digit. If I press 1, then output will be 1. But in this program, if I press 1, output will be 1, 2, 3, 4, like to 9. That means our desired output does not meet this program. Fine. First I run this program. Next we discuss why this. Enter digit. Suppose I press 3. Output will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But this is not acceptable output. This is the question. How we check this anomaly? It needs break statement. Okay. I put break between each pair of case. That means I put break here. Break here. Okay. Paste and paste. Paste, paste. That means we put break statement after each case. Now I run this program and the output will be acceptable. Suppose I press 0, then output will be 0. Next, again I run. If I press 8, output will be 8. That is, why the earlier program provide us unacceptable output. When C compiler meets any case, after that compiler does not check any other case afterwards. That means it will be totally blind to check case number. So the earlier program, if I put 7, after that the case 8 and 9 compiler does not check. So the statements within this case block will execute one after one. So this anomaly occur. But when I put break, it will control and output will be just. Okay. Now another question is raised. If anybody press a integer rather 0 to 9, except 0 to 9, suppose he or she puts 12 or 13, then what happens? That means 12 or 13 are not integer, are not digit. They are integer. They comprises of digits, but individually they are not digit. They are integer. So if user give input uh, out of 0 to 9, so it needs to declare default statement. Now I furnish default here. If input does not mean any one case between case 0 to case 9, then default will execute. Okay, printf does not a digit or not a digit. Now I again run. Suppose I press 17. Output is not a digit. 17 is an integer. It comprises 1 a digit, 7 another digit. But 17 itself is not a digit. Now question, I explore the position of default statement. Is it mandatory to define at the bottom of switch case, or default may put at any position at anywhere in this switch block? Default is position independent. It depends upon programmer. That means where it needs, it may put there. Example, I put default at the bottom of the switch case. Now I cut it and put it at the bottom of the switch case body. Now observe what happened. Suppose I press 4. Output is 4. Again I run. Suppose I press 9. Output is 9. So it does not matter about the position of default. Now I put default at intermediate position. Suppose I put it after 6. Okay. Now observe what happened. Suppose I put 2. Output 2. If I put other than a digit, that means if I put suppose 20, then what happened? Not a digit, but after press 20, 6 execute. Why 6 execute? That means it needs a break statement also here. Default, that means it needs break here as it is earlier function. Okay, so I clearly describe the position independentness of default. Now I go to next program which will describe the argument of switch statement. In this program, argument I take argument an integer, but the next program I describe how to take argument as character. Okay, okay. Now to describe this program, I take an example to decipher a character, either it is consonant or vowel. So I put the title check vowel or consonant, vowel or consonant. Okay, I erase the earlier program and rewrite once again. Being this program checks a character either it is vowel or not, so it needs to take to receive a character input. So I describe a variable char c, enter any character. To receive character %c ampersand c. Okay, now I pass it in switch statement. The c variable pass as argument of switch statement, that is here switch receives character argument. Now I describe one after one. Case A, printf vowel and needs break, copy. Default printf consonant Now I change the case number A, E, I, O and AIO, and the last one is U. Now I run this program. suppose I press A, output is vowel. Again run it. Suppose I press U, answer is vowel. Control F, again run. Suppose I press P, is consonant. So one problem is there in this program. If user give input in uppercase, then the program does not replace the correct answer. Example, I run it again. Suppose I press I in uppercase, it is a vowel, but this program reflects consonant. Why this problem? Being all cases are in lowercase, so it needs to describe to mention cases in uppercase. I again just copy this program, this code of block, and paste again. Now I change all cases into its uppercase. A, E, I, O, U. Okay. Now if the given input either in uppercase or lowercase, in both cases the program meets the proper output. Suppose I press capital A, it was vowel. If I give capital U, it is vowel. If I give W, it is consonant. So both uppercase and lowercase, it provides the correct output. But in this program, the style of writing program is not just. Now I write the same program, changing few code and get the same output, and this style of program will be accepted more. Now observe carefully. So, this is the proper programming style. Case this, case case A, case E, case capital E, I, capital I, small o, capital O, small u, capital U. For every case output will be vowel. Otherwise, 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 output will be consonant. First, we run the program. First, we check it. Suppose input is P, it is consonant. If I put small a, capital A, output is vowel. If I give small a, it is vowel. Again, if I put small u, small e, vowel. Now last I check capital E, it is vowel. That means this program does not need more statement. It is concise than earlier program, and the programming style is more acceptable rather than the earlier. Okay, that means for each case, for these cases, a capital A output will be vowel, and other than this input, output will be consonant. Okay. In this tutorial, I discuss switch statement, passing integer as argument, passing character as an argument, and break statement and position of default. Okay. Now this tutorial reaches end.